Temos aqui em live, depois do jogo de Portugal-Colômbia, o que é que vocês acham deste jogo? Epá, foi difícil. Não quero dizer que Portugal jogou mal. Foi um jogo bom, para trás e para a frente, de um lado e do outro. Foi um jogo muito very tight in the middle, not much space, não teve muito espaço, mas muitas oportunidades falhadas Portugal e também da Colômbia. Os dois guarda-redes fizerem algumas defesas, outras vezes forem bolas falhadas, oportunidades falhadas. Uma boa oportunidade foi a corrida que o João Félix fez e estava quase a 3 contra 1. Ele deu a bola, que eu acho que a intenção dele era para o Bruno Fernandes, mas o Bruno Fernandes sabia que o Cristiano Ronaldo estava atrás e ele se calhar quis deixar a bola para o Cristiano Ronaldo. Uma falta de comunicação aí, uma boa chance. Eu não sou muito fã e não gosto muito do Rafael Leão, mas o pouco tempo que ele teve em campo, damos por isso para ele, fez algumas jogadas, até teve uma oportunidade quase de marcar aí no fim do jogo. Portugal vai ter que jogar melhor, claro que vai ter que jogar melhor. A Colômbia tem uma boa equipa, sim senhor, mas agora quinta-feira contra a Croácia também tem uma boa equipa e Portugal sempre tem dificuldades contra a Croácia, uma equipa bem treinada, tem uma estrutura boa e uma equipa, jogadores bem disciplinados. É difícil encontrar um buraco na tática daquela equipa. Portugal vai ter que jogar melhor, não há hipótese. O que é que vocês pensem do gol da Colômbia, que foi chamado fora de jogo? Estava bem perto, então. Estava bem perto. A gente vê depois quando eles mostrem a linha da bola e o jogador da Colômbia com a ponta do dedo do pé fora de jogo. Nesse aspecto, mais sorte que juiz. Epá, foi muita oportunidade falhada. Yes, Steve. Robert, I don't know. He made some changes there in the second half that I liked. If that goal was scored by Messi, they would have gave him 2 goals. That's true. But Roberto Martinez is a fraud. But to his credit, he did adapt tactically in the second half, made the changes he needed to make, and we saw a bit of that momentum at the beginning of the second half. Maybe was shifting a bit. Then something happened that we went back to that same tone as the first half. That's what it is. I don't know. What do you think about Croatia? Croatia's always dangerous. Could call them a soccer nation. Be hard. All I know is it's going to be hard. Portugal's got to play better. I hate to say that the game against Uzbekistan was maybe not a fraud, but an illusion because of the opponent. and the Portugal team we saw against Congo. We did play better today than we did against Congo. Got to give them that. But still going to have to be much better. This team can play so much better than this. On paper, they're on top. We check the formations here and the changes that were made. So right away to start the second half, took out Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves also had a good chance during the game. It was a nice shot outside the box or at the edge of the box. João Neves has been a bit distant in this tournament. I haven't seen a lot of João Neves. We're going to have to see more. Hopefully against Croatia, it could be his coming out game. Yeah, they do have to do better. And why not use players like Francisco Conceição or Trincão? I completely agree. The way Conceição plays and the way he played in that first game, I don't see why it hasn't been used more. And once again, I don't want to put fuel on the fire or contribute to this stupid CR7 debate, but does he really have to play 90 minutes? Is he going to play 90 minutes every game if we make it to the finals for a month? A 41-year-old player, I know he's in probably better shape than most 25-year-olds, but still, 90 minutes every single game? I don't know. I would have definitely put Conceição in. Took out Net and put Conceição. Conceição, for me, is like a super sub, even with Juventus. And I think he would have been the perfect person to put in on both lanes, with Rafael Leão on one lane, using his speed, and Conceição on the other lane, using his speed. I think could have helped. Also, Steve saying here, Samu Costa instead of calling up Palinha is ridiculous. That's a good point. That's a very good point. I definitely would have took Palinha instead of, if you're asking me one or the other, definitely instead of Samu Costa. But I don't know if Palinha could have helped in the creativity, the lack of creativity that's happening in the midfield. We see some from Bruno Fernandes, but more in the attacking third. But in the middle of the field, we see flashes of Vitinha. Very rarely. Haven't seen João Neves. Saw a few times Ruben Neves in the first half. But definitely Palinha is a very strong midfield. Can hold the fort and knows how to move the ball forward. But it's something to think about. It's a good point there, Steve. He would have changed that game for sure more than any other player. Well, yes. To change the tone of the game, yeah, you would have definitely cracked some legs there. Maybe woken up his for that aspect, yes, woken up his teammates a bit. I can see how that how he could have made that happen. That's a good point. You're on the ball, Steve, today. On the ball. Here, Steve is saying the PSG duo looks tired. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Again, with a very good point. They do look tired. Maybe these 2 years back-to-back Champions League, playing late into the summer, are starting to catch up to them. That's a very good point once again. They're supposed to be the best midfielders in the world, or at least considered two of the best midfielders in the world. And they haven't been that visible. Yeah, PSG. I don't know. I'm still hoping for, like I said before, a coming out party for Jean Neves. And maybe once you get that spark from Jean Neves, and that might reignite also Vitinha. But is there any changes in the formation that you guys would do? If I get back here to the changes, so Jean Neves, in for Ruben Neves right away at halftime, and Diogo Dalot for João Cancelo. Uh, I don't think Diogo Dalot had any like impact on the game. More than whoa, more than at least more than João Cancelo. So I'm a bit indifferent about that change. Jean Felix for Rafael Leão, I was okay with, and Samu Costa for Vitinha was useless. Also, I didn't even see Samu Costa on the field. I would be lying if I would say I saw him. Now, as comes, if we talk about the formation with a 4-2-3-1, do you guys think Gonçalo Ramos should see maybe a different, maybe play with a two striker system or formation? Maybe see Gonçalo Ramos come in, maybe help a bit of support for Cristiano. Something to think about. Steve says, I'm pissed. Our golden generation is going to be ruined by Martinez like he did with Belgium. Another hot take, but you're 100% right here. He squandered that golden generation in Belgium, and they're kind of playing that stupid, same dull system. Like, scared of pushing forward. Like, you have the team, you have the players to push forward. I don't understand. And he seems like he's stuck on this formation, on this starting 11 also, except for a few tweaks here and there. First of all, like I said before, I really didn't like the fact that he announced that he's leaving after the tournament, no matter what the results are of the tournament. Right away, that was a turnoff for me. And if I would have been president of the Portuguese Federation, I would have said, buddy, if you're leaving after the World Cup, you might as well leave now. Rumors are that he's going to Al Nassr. I would have said, here, go ahead. I'll pay you. I'll pay your flight, and we'll get Jorge Jesus to come and coach this national team at the World Cup. Because one thing is for certain, Jorge Jesus would not have this team playing this way. And if they would be playing this way, he would be running up down those sidelines screaming, and somebody would get a smack across the head. But for now, we're stuck with Roberto Martinez. Steve says, who gave him the Portugal job? Exactly. Push forward. Why are we playing back passes and playing wide? Yes. That same stupid style he played with Belgium. Frustrating. We have the talent. We have the speed. I'm left speechless to say. And then if we can see this, if me and everybody else, because you're not the first one to mention this, I've talked to this about it with other people. If we can see this, I'm sure he can see it too. A smart man. He didn't get to where he is, not being an intelligent man. But are you so proud and hold so much pride that you can't adapt or can't try to fix something you see that's wrong. It's not like you won anything that you want to stick to your winning ways. You haven't won shit. Steve says here, George Jesus would have been perfect. Him or Mourinho, yes. I would have preferred, at this moment with this team, I would have preferred George Jesus. Because I think it fits better with the players we have. And his style for a World Cup would have been good, I guess. Would have motivated those players. Experienced coach that adapts, that knows how to adapt, that's won everywhere he's been. So if even though it's not the case where he's not hard headed and he doesn't stick to the same 11 or the same formation, he adapts. But he's won everywhere he went. If anybody could be hard headed about his ways of coaching, would be him, not Roberto Martinez. That hasn't won nothing. Nothing of nothing. What are you going to do? We're stuck with Robert Martinez. And we're stuck to him till the end of this tournament, apparently. And we're going to have to live with his formation and his starting 11 and his decisions. That's it. That's basically it. You guys think it's going to be harder against Croatia or easier than it was against Colombia? Colombia is good, but I'm scared of Croatia. They are a soccer nation. I would definitely try Gonçalo Ramos. Don't lose nothing in trying him. Or if you don't want to try him from the start, I don't see why you couldn't take out Ronaldo in the 70th, 75th minute to try Gonçalo Ramos. I don't see why Francisco Conceição hasn't played. Or Bernardo Silva, for that matter. Some weird tactical decisions from our coach, Mr. Roberto Martinez. It's going to be a long 4 days. We have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Games on Thursday at 7 o'clock. So we have 4 days to speculate, criticize, complain, analyze this game, the upcoming game, Roberto Martinez decisions, Cristiano Ronaldo drama, polarizing figure, right? I believe he should start. I just don't know if there's an obligation to play him 90 minutes every single game. I don't see it. If somebody sees why or an explanation for this, please enlighten me. I do have an open mind. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm really 50-50 on this. Let me sleep on it. And tomorrow, I might have a different take. But for now, this game resumes in missed opportunities. A lack of will to push forward and counterattack other than that João Felix and maybe another one. It always seems, and Pedronet, I think it was. It always seems that every time we got a counterattack going, it's like somebody was. It's like if they were told to slow it down, like stop. So I don't know what it is. Mexer, mexe com essa bola, puxa para a frente, arrematem. It's another thing. I would like them to see them shoot more. Sometimes that extra pass is one pass too many. That's it, guys. So it's Thursday, 7 o'clock, Portugal, Croatia. We'll stick to supporting our team till the end, no matter what. É Força Portugal. Até o fim. Win, lose, or tie, it's Força Portugal until I die. All right, guys. Thanks for participating. This was a fun little chat. Thanks, Steve. Some good points you had. Maybe you could come on the podcast next week before the game. Thursday, maybe before the game. We'll see. I'll talk to you. I'll see if that's possible. I also have another recording that day, so it might be tight. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Força Portugal. Até a próxima.